Yes, what's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Pugilism, aka MKO Boxing, where we talk all things box. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok too, all that good stuff. So yeah, let's get into this one. So it was a brilliant weekend of boxing. Pretty much, especially the Saturday and Sunday just gone. There was a few big names in action, and the card on the BBC was featured a very good fight I thoroughly enjoyed between Callum Simpson and Troy Williamson. And in this fight, super middleweight, to his credit, of course, Troy Williamson became European, British, and Commonwealth super middleweight champion, and he done that via 10th round KO, and it was quite the eventful fight. I mean, from the very start, there wasn't really much of a feeling out process. Both guys got down to business straight away. Callum Simpson throughout this fight, for me at least, didn't really use the attributes that he has, because I know it's all sort of common sense, it's not rocket science, but going into it, I would have thought, as the sort of bigger, taller man, you would want to use your long reach and keep Williamson at bay. Don't sort of allow Williamson to get close to you. Don't make it into a dogfight or a firefight. Just kind of keep Williamson at the end of your punches, at the end of your straight shots, and keep the fight long behind the jab. And he was able to sort of do that in spots, but Troy Williamson, to his credit, was always sort of able to get close. And as the fight wore on, Simpson, he sort of, he was engaging on the inside, and it became like a back and forth firefight throughout the vast majority of this fight. From the first couple of rounds onwards, as we drew towards the end, this fight was like a bit of a back and forth firefight where Callum Simpson would have his moments where he's exploding, he's landing shots, but then you'd have Troy Williamson in his kind of unorthodox style coming back, throwing bombs, landing punches. And it was one of those fights where it was a real sort of firefight, and it was, as we used to say back in the days, a bit even Stevens in this fight. But you felt as the rounds kind of wore on, you could see Troy Williamson sort of having a bit more success in there, and Simpson kind of becoming a little worn out, a little bit tired. You could see the kind of fatigue setting in, and then the real breakthrough round obviously was where the end came in the 10th round, where basically Williamson began to catch Simpson with some good lead right hand. Those straight rights were going in, and Callum Simpson ended up, the gum shield flew out of his mouth, and I don't think it ever got put in even right before the end. So the gum shield never went back in his mouth. It flew out, and Troy Williamson put him down once, twice, 3 times. It ended up actually being 4 knockdowns. The fourth one finally took care of him and finally took him out of there. So he both men, they fought with their hearts on their sleeves. They gave their all in there, and Troy Williamson just overcame, and in the end, he just basically overwhelmed Simpson, and just basically, he pressurized him, and as they say, pressure bust pipes, and the pressure, the volume, and obviously as the sort of shorter man, he's the one that needs to get up close, personal, get inside and do his work there. And ultimately he's the one who prevailed. Very impressive stoppage victory for Williamson, because going into it, Simpson was the favorite. He was the man that was sort of favored to win. He was the one most people sort of picking. I think he was the bookie's favorite as well. So going into it, he was the favorite, and congrats to Troy Williamson, because he just went in there and just steamed in and just went to work and didn't stop until he got his man out of there. So big congratulations to Troy Williamson. He made it. He done what good fighters do, which is, you make the fight your own. You make it your kind of fight, and that's exactly what he did. I mean, I think for me, as I said earlier in the video, Simpson really needed to make it a boxing match and keep things long, and so that Williamson can do his best work. And Williamson obviously needed to get up close, just that basic thing. And Williamson was the one that made his game plan work. He made it what he did count, and he made it his kind of fight. He made it into a tear up, and he won the tear up and took his man out. So yeah, big congratulations to Troy Williamson. British, European, Commonwealth super middleweight champion. Fantastic achievement, and onwards and upwards for him, as I always like to say. Let me know your thoughts on this fight in the comments below. And until next time, it's MKO Boxing, over and out.